Welcome back, guys. This is episode 2 of season 1 of Highlands Sports. Also, find us on Instagram at Highlands_sports. We're just going to get right into it here yet again. We're just going to start by talking about game reactions over this past week. So, we're going to start off with the Patriots and the Giants Thursday night football game. Evan, just take us away on that. What are your reactions on that?
Nothing much, just proved the Patriots are the best team in the NFL. Giants still struggling. Daniel Jones is learning, but he's got a long way to go.
I couldn't disagree more. I think that this really showed what the Patriots lack, right? Because think about it. The Patriots are playing one of the worst teams in the league without their only good player, Saquon Barkley. He was injured that game, right? Think about that. And yet, for much of the game, it was neck and neck, right? At halftime, the Patriots were up by 1 touchdown, and throughout the game, there was a point where they were tied. Think about that, right? If the supposed best team in the league is going neck and neck with one of the worst teams in the league without their best player, what does that say about them?
Very true. I think that Golden Tate really had an outstanding performance on the Giants end of the football, but the Patriots just completely took over the game, and they just dominated overall.
I agree, Zach, that it was a close game, but the fourth quarter is still an important part of the game, and it ended 35-14. So
still, I agree. The Patriots still ended up blowing out the Giants. But if for part of the game they were neck and neck, a terrible team and it's supposed to be the best team in the league, that does not say anything good about the Patriots, right? It really doesn't.
I don't think we can really comment on the Patriots until we see a team that they can really,
all right,
challenge them.
Skip the hot takes if you want to hear more about this.
All right. The next game we're going to talk about is the 49ers and Rams game. 49ers coming out on top 20-7 there. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think Jimmy Garoppolo, it wasn't his best game, but they still came out with a dominant lead. I think the 49ers are going to be the top team in the NFC, but I don't think they're going to go far in the playoffs. What do you think, Zach?
I think that this really showed how the Niners really are one of the best teams in the league, if not the best now, how the Rams have completely fell off this year.
I disagree. Sure, Rams didn't have a great game, but I think the Rams are still contenders, and I still think they're going to make a playoff run. 49ers proved they're a legit team, but I still don't think they've proved themselves as the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think the 49ers still have things to prove, but I also think they are still in the race for sure. But the 49ers really proved their dominance today. Not today, but when they played, and their defense is just so stellar, and it's just Nick Bosa driving. It's insane. Next game is the Cowboys at Jets.
Wow.
Take it away.
What a thriller.
Cowboys, supposedly one of the best teams in the NFC, lost to one of the bottom teams in the league. I find it funny.
Stephen A. the next day posted something about him laughing, and he was like, "It's my birthday. Yesterday was my present." But the Jets really, Sam Darnold's return really was a big factor.
Dak Prescott did not show up.
I think Sam Darnold really, I don't think he's that good, but I think he definitely was a spirit boost to their team. And he rushed, he passed, he did it all.
That's a stupid statement, Daniel. Sam Darnold isn't just a spirit boost. Sam Darnold's a legit quarterback with a bright future. He's the reason why the Jets won. Sure, the Cowboys had a bit of a down game, but it wasn't because of that purely. It's because Sam Darnold was back leading the offense. The Jets aren't that bad of a team. The only reason they lost was because Sam Darnold was out. With Sam Darnold, they have a legit chance to win games this year.
What Evan said. Good takes, Evan. The next and last game we're going to talk about is the Lions-Packers game that went down to the wire with the field goal. So, I don't know there's much to say there, but...
Yeah, I thought it was funny how Mason Crosby did a Lambeau leap after hitting a yarder. That's pretty sad to me.
Whatever floats the boat, yeah. And now moving into our next segment, Hot Takes. So, Stolo, take it away. What's your hot take?
My take, the Chargers are going to make the playoffs. They are 2-4 right now, the worst record in their division, but they just reacquired Melvin Gordon. He he's back active. And Hunter Henry, also coming back from injury, had an astonishing week last week, including 2 touchdowns. I think that with all their players healthy, they can really have a good rest of the season. If they get hit by injuries, then especially with Phillip Rivers, that could drive them down, but they're going to make the playoffs.
Strong and hot take, man. As Allier would say. That is crazy! But my hot take this week is I believe Jason Garrett turns the Cowboys around and really gets them going. Jason Garrett, I mean, although he's been struggling, yeah, but I do believe that the Cowboys will go on and get there. Because,
Okay, Sean.
I mean, I'm still talking back. So, the Cowboys, you just have to win your division to get in the playoffs. The Cowboys are leading the division right now, tied in records with the Eagles. But you can get to the playoffs, and you can really just accelerate from there. You can exponentially grow. And, I mean, like, who knows?
Sean,
Dak Prescott,
okay.
Ezekiel Elliott, you
Issue
can
with
really
that?
be turning on the Jets
Issue
here.
with that.
the Cowboys just lost to the Jets.
Okay, it was
There's
an
not
off
much
week.
more
I
to
know.
say.
Also, this segment, right? It's called hot takes, right? I would say that the Cowboys are generally considered a pretty good team. They're 3-3 right now. So are the Eagles, both mediocre teams. I would say that even if the Cowboys come out of the season like, let's say 7-9, I think they're making the playoffs. I think the Eagles are gonna fall off.
Okay, but
In the NFC, you really think they can get 7-9 and make the playoffs?
It's not about the NFC. It's about the NFC East. They're literally the only other contender, unless you consider the New York Giants a contender for the NFC East.
Daniel
Then
Jones.
the only other contender is the Eagles, right? The Eagles. All I have to say is the Eagles
shout out B-Mode.
are not a good team. Okay. Yeah.
Carson Wentz is can play like an MVP type caliber player. We
Type
saw that with
guy.
the torn ACL prior to that. He really just went off.
It takes more than a quarterback.
Without Nick Foles.
Exactly. Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard in the backfield, Zach Ertz tight end, Alshon Jeffrey coming back, Deshaun Jackson coming back soon. Who knows? You could really
Deshaun Jackson
accelerate.
is not
Without
gonna
Nick
play.
Foles,
really
the Eagles
accelerate.
are nothing.
He's a
Without-
deep threat bomb.
Yeah,
Without
I
Nick
agree. I
Foles,
agree.
the Eagles are nothing.
All right.
That's
Now,
10 push-ups.
My hot take, ready for this? The Niners are the top team in the league. I gotta say it. The Niners have been tested. The Niners have been tested again and again, and they've come out winning every single time. The only other contender, I would say, for the top team in the league is the New England Patriots, right? The Patriots have played one mediocre team. The Patriots, I believe, are yet to play a single team who made the playoffs last year. They have not been tested at all. You can't say a team is the best team in the league until they've repeatedly beaten pretty good teams, which the Patriots have not done.
The Niners beat one team that went to the playoffs.
That's not true.
Yeah.
The Niners, all right. The Niners beat the Rams for one.
Who else did they beat today?
I don't know off the top of my head. All right.
Should be more
Let's take a
prepared
look.
than this.
Let's take a look.
You know, your argument doesn't sound that good if you
They
don't
did beat
have
one team,
evidence
though.
to back it
Go
up.
off, Evan.
All right. They
Go on.
beat LA.
The
That's
Steelers.
the one team.
The
Well,
Steelers didn't make the playoffs this year. But
They
the
beat
Steelers
the
were good
Browns,
last
who
year.
are one of the top expected teams coming into this.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
right.
they're
And they blew
below
them out.
500.
I'm sorry.
Daniel.
Yeah, and
They
they beat Tampa Bay, who beat the Rams, and the Rams were supposed to
They
be
beat
Okay, but Evan's comment was
They beat
they
the
only
Buccaneers.
beat one team with the playoffs.
That's valid. That's valid.
Evan, yeah, but just because
Certified.
All right, now I look dumb, but
they
here's
beat
the
the
thing.
Chiefs. They beat the Chargers.
That's in preseason.
Yeah, that still counts.
Okay.
No. All right. I might look
That's
dumb right now, but this
quality.
kid looks even dumber. Anyway, first off, they beat the Buccaneers, right? Everybody says the Buccaneers are awful, but the Buccaneers beat the Rams, right?
Jameis Winston threw 5 picks yesterday.
Panthers defense, baby.
Evan,
20
I don't care
walking
how many
points.
ticks. I don't care how
Tampa
many
Bay
picks.
has the best receiving core in the league.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
don't care.
Valid.
It doesn't matter if
The
they
Bucks
can't
aren't
win
that bad.
games,
They
Daniel.
destroyed the Bucks. They destroyed Cincinnati,
I mean,
which is not impressive.
Cincinnati
doesn't
I know.
count. Yeah.
They
I
beat
think the
Pittsburgh,
I think the
who's not
Buccaneers.
even as bad as most people say they are. They beat Cleveland. They blew out Cleveland. That's the important part. And Cleveland was expected to be pretty good this year.
Whoa.
And last week, they beat LA, right? That's impressive. I gotta say, I think that the Niners are the best team this year.
Zach, I'm gonna be honest with you. You had a really stupid argument. You just said that they beat every team that they beat. You didn't give a reason for why they were good.
I'm saying these are all
They
good
didn't-
teams. I'm saying these are all good
I was
teams.
talking-
The
You didn't-
Bengals.
You said they're all good
The
teams. The
Bengals
Bengals aren't good.
most of
The
them are good teams.
Steelers aren't good.
The Steelers are okay.
Browns aren't good.
The Browns aren't
I forget
good.
who the other team is, but they're not good.
Tampa Bay's okay.
Yeah, the only good team they beat was the Rams.
So
One good win
they're still
doesn't
better
make
than the
you best.
Patriots, right? Both teams are undefeated, but the Patriots have faced much worse opponents. The Patriots have faced Miami. They faced They faced They faced the Redskins. They faced so many terrible teams. The Steelers, right? Who San Fran also faced.
Didn't you say the Steelers aren't as bad as a team, and when the 49ers played the Steelers, they played them with Mason Rudolph, but the Patriots played them with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, and Ben Roethlisberger is terrible.
Zach, can I also
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Can I just say back to the 49ers being in the playoffs argument, they have a really tough schedule. The rest of their season includes the Panthers, Seahawks, Packers, Ravens. What are you doing? The Packers, the Ravens, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Seahawks, and the Rams. That's pretty much every single week is a hard week.
So
that means that
they're going to make the playoffs, right?
The 49ers?
Yeah.
Of course.
So once you make the playoffs, it doesn't matter what your record was.
Possibly. The Falcons are arguably the worst team in the NFL.
I'm sorry. Alright,
not the worst. Like,
I
at
say
the bottom of the pit.
The NFC West, the toss-up between the Seahawks and the Niners, right? But no matter what, the other team is going to get the wild card. That's what I think.
I mean, I think it's too early to tell. I do agree that it seems the 49ers are going to make the playoffs, and I think that will happen, but it's too early to definitively
but you're
say
saying
that.
that the rest of their schedule is hard, which makes them the not best team in the league. Please explain that point.
No, I'm not saying that they're a bad team because of their schedule. I'm saying their playoff chances are worsened because of their schedule.
Oh, so, okay.
All right. I mean, I'm just receiving breaking news that Marcus Peters has been traded to the Ravens. Sources, Ian Rappaport. This is just, fairly big considering how dominant the Rams defense was and just, overall.
The Ravens already a pretty good team. Face the Seahawks next week.
Yeah.
Could be worrisome. This makes the Ravens even better. And, frankly, I think that this turns the Ravens into a real contender.
I completely agree. I think Lamar Jackson gets going, and I think he just turns the Jets completely on Zoom, and I just think he really gets going.
Mm-hmm.
Evan?
I agree.
I think...
What did you just say, Evan?
He said Lamar Jackson goes Zoom.
No, we're cutting that out.
Okay.
I also think the Ravens are already at the top of their division. They're 2 games ahead. I think this will just send them to the top of their division. No contest.
2 games ahead.
Easy win.
The next best team is 2-4. This is the Browns.
The Browns.
That's not impressive. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. Being 2 games ahead this early in the season.
I think the Ravens have the playoffs.
2 games ahead of you, Daniel.
In fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6-0.
All right, guys, so we're going to move to game picks for Week 7. Week 7 NFL coming up this week. We're going to start with Thursday night Chiefs at Mile High Stadium, Broncos territory.
No, I think the Chiefs are going to win this one. They just lost 2 straight, but Tyreek Hill is going to pop off this week and they're going to win.
I think the Chiefs are just going to completely bounce back, kill the Broncos. Broncos are coming off a really big win, 16-0 against the Titans. They're going to be a couple of cocky kids. But I think Chiefs will dominate.
Yeah, I got Chiefs on this one. Broncos are a mediocre team. Chiefs are a pretty good one. Yeah, they lost last week. No biggie. I think they bounced back, like I said. The addition of Tyreek Hill didn't really show last week, but I think in the second game, back on team, we'll do better.
Like 22 fantasy points.
Yeah, still lost.
Broncos have a dominant defense this year. I think they're going to hold Patrick Mahomes in check. And yes, their offense isn't great, but the Chiefs' defense isn't great either. I think the Broncos win a slow game here, slow, boring game, but Denver comes up on top.
Mm-hmm. It's Patrick Mahomes, you call slow, but whatever. Next game is on Sunday, Dolphins at Bills.
No, I think the Bills are going to win this. I don't really need to give my reasoning. The Dolphins are the worst team in the league.
Yeah, super simple. Bills' defense is just super stellar. Josh Allen is just going to dominate.
Yeah, I got the Bills on a blowout on this one. Bills are a good team. Dolphins aren't. It's simple as that.
I got the Bills on this one too. Josh Allen's gonna have a great week. The Bills defense is gonna keep whoever's at quarterback in check, and they're gonna come up on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So next game, Jaguars at Bengals. Take it away, Phil.
No, I think it's crazy, but the Bengals are gonna win. They're gonna finally get a win on the board.
I think the Jaguars are going to take this one. Gardner Minshew coming off a tough loss against the Saints, where a very low-scoring, somewhat boring game. But I think Gardner Minshew will bounce back, hit DJ Chark for some long bombs, a couple of touchdowns maybe. Leonard Fournette will run one in, and I think they'll win.
Yeah, Jaguars almost beat the Saints last week, one of the top teams in the NFL. I think they easily beat the Bengals this one. The Bengals are not a good team. I think that Gardner Minshew will lead the Jaguars for this week.
Yeah, I think Jaguars will get it done.
Sweet. Next game, Vikings at Lions.
I have the Vikings in this one. Dalvin Cook, second best running back in the league, and second, he can carry the Vikings to the win.
I think the Lions are going to win this one. Matthew Stafford coming off a tough loss against the Packers with Mason Crosby hitting that game in a field goal, but I think the Lions will go off.
Yeah, I think Matty Staff is going to carry the Lions to a win this week.
I got the Lions.
Good stuff, Evan. really
Very informative.
All right. Next game, Raiders at Packers.
I have the Packers in this one. I don't really know what to say. Aaron Rodgers is pretty good.
Yeah, I have the Packers with Matt LaFleur. I think he can just take over.
The Raiders have had a whole week and a half or 2 weeks to prepare for this game. And I hate the Packers, so I'm going to go with the Raiders in this one. No bias.
I got Oakland losing this week against the Packers.
Damn.
Aaron Rodgers just second best quarterback in the league behind Tom Brady. And yes, I think he's gonna come up on top.
All right. Next game, Rams at the Atlanta Falcons.
I have the Rams in this one. They have such a good offense. They're gonna dominate.
Falcons are just a horrible team. Dan Quinn can't get anything right. Rams go all the way.
I actually disagree on this one about it being a close game. I think it's actually going to be quite close, not a blowout, but I still got the Rams on this one. Don't you worry.
I got the Rams.
Sweet.
Thank you, Evan. All right.
Talk about a nice take. Next, we've got Texans at the Indianapolis Colts.
I have the Colts in this one. They're at home. They beat the Chiefs. I know the Texans did too, but the Colts can win this.
I don't think so. I think the Texans are just too much for the Colts defense to handle. The Colts are going to struggle a little bit against Deshaun Watson, and the Texans take this one.
Yeah, Watson and the Texans coming off of a hot win against the Chiefs. I got the Texans, led by Watson taking in this one. I think he's too much for the Colts defense to handle, as Sean said.
Deshaun Watson's an elite offensive talent, but he's young, and he still hasn't seen an elite Matt Eberflus defense on the Colts, and I think the Colts are going to come up on top.
Yeah, next game we've got 49ers at Redskins. So what do you say?
I have the 49ers in this one. Best team in the league versus worst team in the league.
Completely agree 100%. 49ers.
Yeah, I got to go with them too.
49ers, fifth best team versus worst team, or second worst team.
Cardinals at Giants.
I have the Cardinals in this one. I think Larry Fitz and Kyler Murray have one of the best chemistries in the league for a young QB. I think they can pull it out.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are just Kyler Murray's really coming off a great win against the Falcons. I think the Cardinals are just going to take this one against Danny G.
Yeah, I got the Giants in this one actually. I think that both of these teams are pretty bad. I think that the Cardinals are worse solely because I don't see Kyler Murray taking this dub.
I got the Giants too. Daniel Jones has shown he can capitalize when he plays against weak, feeble defenses like the Cardinals, and I think he's just going to come up on top with a big game.
Next game, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers travel to the Titans.
I actually have the Titans in this one. Marcus Mariota, most underrated player in the NFL.
After just being sat in Week 6.
Chargers, I think they're good, but Melvin Gordon did not show what we thought he would coming off his injury. The Titans are going to take it.
Injury?
It did not come off an injury. It came off
He was holding out.
That's what I said.
Yeah, holding out. So I think the Chargers are going to take this one without a doubt. They're going to bounce back off of that tough loss against the struggling Steelers team, and Melvin Gordon gets going.
I agree with Sean. I think the Chargers bounce back. Yeah, I don't think the Titans are a good team. I think Mariota's ass. I don't even think he's going to start this week.
Stupid.
So yeah, I see the Chargers taking this one.
I got the Titans on this one.
Thank you.
Titans are not a good team. Marcus Mariota is not a good quarterback. But the Chargers have been struggling lately, and I just don't see them getting it going against this tough Titans team.
Mariota is a great quarterback. I know what you're
He
saying.
got benched for Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, he had an off week. Everyone has them.
Nope.
No.
if you're an NFL
Even
quarterback.
Tom Brady has.
All right,
offense.
next game we've got the New Orleans Saints at the Chicago Bears.
No, I have the Saints in this one. Kamara's gonna pick it up this week. Help my fantasy team finally get a dub.
Kamara's just been struggling, man. But I think the Saints get going here. I think Teddy Bridgewater has a good game, finds weapons all over Michael Thomas, Jared Cook for touchdowns, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Bears taking an L.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more here. Teddy Bridgewater and Michael Thomas have shown to be quite the duo. I still taking the dub over the Bears this week. I don't see it going any other way.
Exactly what I was thinking. I think I got the Bears getting this win. Teddy Bridgewater is a backup. He's played admirably, but I don't think he does it against this tough Bears defense. Not to mention they get Mitchell Trubisky back this week. David Montgomery's going to have his best game of the season. And I got this Bears game coming up on top.
So I should start him. Yeah.
Next game we've got Ravens at the Seattle Seahawks.
This was my toughest choice, but I have the Ravens coming out. We just found out that they got the new acquisition and Lamar Jackson, one of the best QBs. They can win.
I think the Seahawks, being so scary and deadly, take this one. I think Russell Wilson just goes off yet again. Defense shows up to take Clowney in the way, and they take this one at home against a good team.
Yeah, Jaron Reed finally coming back from a 6-game suspension, really going to add something to their pass rush. Even though the Seahawks might have lost Will Disley, I don't think that's really going to have an impact on their offense. I really think that this addition of Jaron Reed, he got 10.5 sacks last season, right? I think that pass rush is really going to add something to this defense this week, and I don't see them losing to the Ravens of all teams.
Just saying, Will Disley was at first just sought out to be a just blocking tight end, but he's really grown to be a receiving core.
Don't the Seattle Seahawks have
Thanks,
another good tight end?
They just traded away Nick Bennett.
Oh, you're quite welcome, kid.
Thank you for that insightful comment. Okay, well, the Seahawks are going to win this week. The Ravens' defense is still bad, even with Marcus Peters. Seahawks are going to feast on them. Lamar Jackson's young, inexperienced. He's unreliable. He's a running back, and he's just not good enough to get it done against this tough Seahawks team.
One thing to add that I forgot to mention is remember this is the Seahawks at home, right? And I don't see especially with the addition of that home field advantage. The 12s are the strongest fan base in the league. I don't think
12. Next game we've got Eagles at Cowboys, hoping to bounce back.
I think the Cowboys win this. No, I think the Eagles win. The Cowboys lost to the Jets. They can't beat any team in the NFL.
I think the Eagles will take this one, although the Cowboys will bounce back. I don't think it'll be enough to outlast the Eagles, but this is a big, great Sunday night primetime division game.
Man, this is my 4th time mentioning Dakari Prescott in this episode alone. I don't see him losing this one against the Eagles. What a legend. Him and Zeke combined against the Eagles. Both of these, I think, are pretty mediocre teams, right? I think that both of them, right, each have a 50% chance of making the playoffs. The 50% chance is because they're in the same division, and each of them has a 50% chance of winning it. But none of them are going to go far. 2 mediocre teams. I don't see the Cowboys losing this one.
I know. Philly. I got to go with my Philly. No, it's me. The Cowboys are going to win. The Eagles have the worst pass defense in the league. They're getting shredded by every single team. They cannot stop anyone.
Last game, we've got Patriots Monday night at the New York Jets coming off that big win against the Cowboys. What do you say?
Now that Tweedledee and Tweedledumbass shut up, the Jets are going to lose by 40 this game. 40 at least they're going to lose by.
Simple. Patriots. Duh.
The Jets are a terrible team. I see the Patriots winning this one.
I think the Patriots are going to win. I think it's going to be closer than people think. Sam Darnold is a very good quarterback. He's going to keep them close enough.
I completely agree.
And I think the Patriots are going to win. And yeah.
All right, well, that wraps it up here for episode 2. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate anything we can get.
Stay for the bloopers of Sean Danson.
Like and subscribe. Comment down below anything you think we should do. Shout out Smartwire, shout out Jay-Z, shout out Remix.
Shout out Instagram. _sports. Guys, if you don't see Evan in the next episode, I'm sorry. No, please.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey.
I was like at the end of the video.
Say that. Ah!
Look at dumbass.
There's a basic tab.
Take his move, bro. Take his move.
Is that we're keeping this?
Ah! Let's get back to it.
Can we get some pretzels?
Follow my neck.
Zach, just so you know. Put this at the end of the video like bloopers.
No. We're not putting this
We just are. It's already filmed. Like.
in. Baby.
After that, it's over. Baby.
Flawless diamonds on my feet like a
Mercedes.
Ah.
Hey.
Yes. Alright, let's get back to it.
Alright.
No,